Hi everyone, I just wanted to give you a little update today how I'm getting on launching my side hustle. So I work full time based in New Zealand, and for last year I've been working on launching a skincare business. So I am sourcing my products from a company in Australia. There's a gentleman there that is a cosmetic chemist, and he has formulated these products that I am buying from him, and he's shipping them to me to New Zealand already in bottles. So I have ordered 20 of each product, and they arrived here in the country last week, which is exciting. I managed to figure out the customs import process, which required me to contact basically a customs broker to fill out this form and get them released from customs. And then they hopped on New Zealand Post and came to me. The custom broker I used, you can just Google and use different ones, but I used a company called Main Freight, and just from memory, I think it cost me about $120, which I think is actually quite expensive. I think you can definitely look online and get customs brokers cheaper, but it also depends on how many products you're importing as well. I think how many lines on the form they've got to fill out. Anyway, so they're here, which is great, 20 of each product. I have my boxes here. I ordered 3,600 boxes, I think. Or was that labels? I forgot. I think I might have forgotten how many boxes I actually ordered, but there's a gigantic box anyway that's arrived full of boxes. And I used a company called Emanak Packaging. White cardboard, printed on recycled white cardboard. This is the box here, and it comes essentially, all the boxes essentially come flat packed, and I've just got to pop them out and then fold the tops, obviously, to make them up, and then pop the bottle in. I've got my labels, the labels that go on the bottle, they've arrived, so I'm going to have to sit and stick labels on the bottles. Hopefully I can get them straight. You can buy machines that will automatically put the label on your bottle, but I thought I'm only starting out, I'm just going to hand stick them on the bottle, and then I can always buy a machine when I am selling hundreds of bottles, hopefully. So the label had to be waterproof, or at least water resistant. These ones I've got are waterproof. They're like a glossy type material. I'll just flip my camera around and show you that. They're just stuck on the outside of the box, but that's the labels. I'm quite pleased with all the stuff that's arrived so far. I think the boxes look really professional, so do the labels. Excited to get started. My website is pretty much up and running. It took me a while to figure out postage and what postage provider I was going to use. So I've decided on going with New Zealand Post for anything going within New Zealand, and then I'm going to use DHL Express for packages going to Australia. So I think it cost me about $37 to get a product to Australia, which is just huge. Like if someone just orders one product, it costs $37 to ship it from New Zealand to Australia. But I figured out a way, I figured out my budget that if someone orders over $180, I can offer them free postage. And that means I'm not actually making a lot of money from that sale, but my thought process is that I need to shift these products in bulk in order to make money from this side hustle. So I want to ship to Australia because that market is a lot bigger than New Zealand. So I'm hoping by offering shipping to Australia, it's gonna increase my sales. Shipping within New Zealand, I am using New Zealand Post, and I still need to order some postage bags. It is currently the 21st of December, and I'm hoping to launch and start I'm hoping to launch and start advertising on Google Ads the first week of January. I'm going to start using Google Ads just to drive some sales to my website, because at the minute, obviously my website is brand new and it's not coming up for when you type in any of the relevant keywords into Google search. My website doesn't currently appear, so I need to sit down and get my head around the Google Ads platform to see if I can figure that out and put some ads on Google. I want to use Google Shopping, which is when you search for a product on Google, it's essentially the images, the Google Shopping images that come up first before like all the websites displayed underneath. Because I know when I'm searching for a face cream or something, Google Shopping, I always look at that top banner before I scroll down and look at the websites underneath. So I want to try and figure out Google Shopping. I did look at it the other day and it seemed quite confusing, and then it didn't help because my website was being a bit glitchy and it wasn't. I tried to get the automatic feed working, which essentially automatically picks up all the descriptions and prices of your products on your website and automatically shows them on the Google Shopping pages. But I had a glitch on the website and it wasn't showing my products. So I've got my website guy to fix that. So I'm going to go onto Google shortly and try and get my products automatically feeding through to Google Shopping. I am also still just waiting for a batch code printer to arrive. So I have to print batch codes, and I also think I have to print maybe expiry dates. Maybe, I don't know, I just need to just relook at the requirements of that onto the bottles. So I can track obviously which batch each bottle came from when I send them out to customers. So I've ordered, it's called, if you Google batch code printer, you can find some on Google. I ordered mine from AliExpress. It's coming from China and it's coming with one ink cartridge with it. That should be enough to get me started, and I can order some more ink cartridges when I need them. Hopefully that works fine and prints on the plastic fine. It said it would. But you know, when you order stuff from AliExpress, you don't know how good it'll be, but hopefully it'll be good. The product had some good reviews. I used a website called Freelancer to find a freelancer to create my website for me. So you just type up what you need someone to do. It's called a project. You post your project and then heaps of different freelancers can bid. You set your budget, and then freelancers that are interested in, you know, creating your website for that budget bid, and then you can go through their reviews and their previous work and choose one. You can message them and it's all very secure. The money doesn't go to them until you're 100% happy with the work that they've done. It's held in a secure account by Freelancer until you release it. So I would recommend using Freelancer. I think it's a great website. You just have to, I think, read the reviews of each freelancer carefully and be really clear in your communication with them. I've been slightly disappointed with the freelancer that I've used. I've found that he has needed a lot of direction, so I have to tell him exactly what I'm wanting down to a T. I kind of wanted someone to use their creativity a bit more, but that hasn't really been possible. He asked me for an example website, like an example skincare website that I liked, and basically he just copied that, which is a bit of a nightmare. So I've had to go through and change it quite a bit because I didn't want a copy of that website, obviously. I just wanted him to use his creative license to create something like it, but not exactly copy it. So that's been a bit disappointing. And I finally released all the money to the freelancer, And then I went on there and I updated the plugins in WordPress. If you've used WordPress before, you'll know that it's quite a simple process. You have to keep all your website plugins up to date. You just log in and then basically click update and it updates it for you. But something must have gone wrong in the background and my products in my store weren't displaying anymore after one of the updates, nor was the banner at the top of my website homepage. So I had to contact him again after I'd already released him the money to say, oh, something's gone wrong, it stopped working. And I had the comment, he replied back to me that it was fine, the website was fine when he released it to me. It must have been something that I have done, which is quite a frustrating response. It's basically just blaming me for making it go wrong, which, I mean, I understand from his point of view. Yes, I went in and I updated the plugins, but that's something that's completely necessary and completely normal to do. So I found his response quite rude, really. But anyway, he fixed it, which is good, and didn't charge me, which is even better. But I'm not sure I would use him again because, yeah, his creativity wasn't that great and his communication was pretty bad. Anyway, pretty excited for launching the website in January. I just need to get on with figuring out Google Ads and sticking labels on bottles, basically. So I will update you again when I have launched, maybe about a week into launching, and give you an update as to whether I've made any sales. I'm very apprehensive because I've spent at this point probably about 10k in paying for the branding of the business, of the skincare, the labels, obviously buying everything, buying the boxes, buying the labels, buying the products from Australia. It's added up quite a bit. So I'd just be super grateful, really, if I break even at this point. Follow along for more updates.